Hi, I'm Ben Pearson, former police interceptor, and I've been asked to do a reaction for Scot Squad. I've got no idea what it is. Let's crack on and have a bit of a nosy.
I'm delighted to be joined by a member of the Chinese community as I apologise for using the phrase Chinese whispers. I appreciate that this is...
Not going to say out yet.
I completely understand why they went totally mental. I'm delighted to be joined by a mental health campaigner to witness my apology for using the phrase, they've gone mental. I see some of you are surprised that I'm apologising, but gone were the days when getting an apology out of me was like getting a fiver out of an Aberdonian. I would like to apologise.
Oh God, it is just like this. It's like the police are there to investigate crime, protect life and protect property. That's really all they should do. But it's got to a point where there's so many, and I'm going to say there's so many snowflakes out there that you can't say anything, you can't do anything. And I'm not on about being racist, homophobic, out saying anything about anything that's going to upset people. I'm on about you've got to be respectful for everybody, but it's like you can't say anything. It's like I think they've taken, you're not allowed to do ring a roses at school anymore because it's due to Black Death. You're not allowed to say nitty gritty because apparently it's something to do with slave industry or something when it was stuff were dropping between floorboards and ships. I don't know what it is. And I remember when Peter Sutcliffe died, Yorkshire Ripper, Chief Constable of West Yorkshire Police came out and he apologised to people for just apologise to police families, to families of the victims. But it was like 35 years ago that he did it, and he's been in prison. And when he died, they apologised. I'm like, what are you apologising for? It's like you don't apologise for people that didn't get caught or like Jack the Ripper or whatever. And it's happened in the past. It's been dealt with, but we need to stop apologising for stuff. Just get on, do the job, and protect people and keep people safe. But yeah. Absolutely fantastic.
To the largest Aberdonian community, the Aberdonians, I do understand that Aberdonian feelings are important. I'm surprised, actually, that our diversity officer didn't make that clear to me. Honestly, sometimes around here it's like the blind leading the blind. I would like to apologise to Scotland's blind community. I hear your concerns, and I promise you they will not fall on deaf ears. I would like to apologise to the deaf community. I would like to say sorry. I realised what I'd said. Honestly, I had a fit. I apologise unreservedly to all of the epileptics in Scotland for my use of the word fit. I completely understand why you've got a bee in your bonnet. I would like to apologise to anyone connected with... I tried my best to get to a statement that wouldn't offend anyone. I really did. But do you know, when me and my advisors get together, honestly, it's like two bald men fighting over a comb. I would like to apologise to Scotland's bald community, of which I am a member. I would like to apologise and exonerate myself. I was particularly pleased with my final apology because I could apologise and accept the apology at the same time. I do like to kill two birds with one stone. I would like to apologise to the entire avian community for my cruel and insensitive ones. Nobody cares for the environment more than myself and the Scottish Police Force. Huh? Do you know who doesn't care for the environment? Your criminal. Because they don't care about any consequences of their actions. You probably know what I'm talking about. Remember a couple of months ago, we were chasing the drug boat off Stonehaven. The guys, rather than getting arrested, they panic and they chuck all the cocaine into the water. That goes into the ecosystem. You have any idea what happens to a shoal of haddock on 3 ton of Charlie, erratically swimming around, and then somebody eats that fish and it becomes, you've got crabs jazzed up like that, crabs attacking seals flipping up cod like this, and the fishermen, it affects their livelihood. They can't catch the fish because the fish are now going at 40 knots. There's no boat that can keep up with that.
There is not one criminal I will ever apologise to. We've had so many people when we were in the police try to make a complaint or say you've done this wrong or that wrong, or I demand an apology for when you locked me up from a stolen car because you hurt my wrist when you're putting cuffs on. There is not one person that I have locked up or one person I will ever say sorry to for dealing with them or locking them up. Everyone I deal with will be treated with love, respect, and niceness, basically, until you're a criminal. And when you're a criminal and you need locking up, I will talk to you, but I will never apologise to anything I ever do or say. You'll still be treated with respect, but yeah, don't expect an apology for out.
And objected to the force's use of tasers in the fight against crime. There you go, right there. Well, I'm afraid the taser is an integral part
Damn right.
of the police force. But no, they're very vocal. We don't like this, human rights, etc., you know.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I tell you, they're not so vocal when someone breaks into their place and takes a dump on their aga. What you got to do with these people?
But that's what I'm meaning then. I've been tasered, I demand an apology. You're not going to get an apology. You were arrested, you were tasered, you're never going to get an apology from me.
You've got to call or bluff. I'm about to be tasered to prove once and for all that being tasered is safe and the pain is brief and momentary.
Get him tasered, lad.
And you're on time. On fire! Make it stop! Make it stop! Right, I hope that's finally put this nonsense to bed.
It is safe getting tasered. Yeah, there's been one or two fatals, but it's safer than CS spray, it's safer than the baton. It's safer than getting hands-on contact because weight differences and personal asphyxia and that sort of thing. So there have been some instances, but out of the thousands or hundreds of thousands of taser events, more people put their hands together and get handcuffed when the red light's been dotted. And I recommend tasers for everybody. I think every bobby in England should be armed with a taser.
I think it's low blood sugar more than anything. Jane, you still got a Christmas quality street? An increasing problem we're facing at the moment is offensive number plates. You know, when someone gets a personalised number plate and it has a rude word in it or something, they think it's funny, but you know, well, some of them are funny. You know, we had one the other day which was FOCKI1T. Fuck it. Now, okay, fine. You and I would have a bit of a giggle about that. But say you're an old lady, you're coming out of the church, you're going out to pick up your message, you see fuck it running, you could take a heart attack. So we have to clamp.
DVLA have taken all. There's odd one left about, but anything that's that offensive, DVLA don't sell anyway. They'll sell things like sexy or, but yeah, to have things like fuck it is very, very, very rare. I mean, I once said I was going to buy one R5 OLE, so it's spelled arsehole. Couldn't get it.
We had B16 Muff, Big Muff. Again, look. If you want to have Big Muff in your room, that's absolutely fine.
Brilliant.
But don't you be taking Big Muff out in the highways and byways of this great nation. The problem we have is down in England, where a lot of the cars are licensed, some of the names, some of the words are not offensive down there, but in Scottish slang, they are offensive. DO6 BER, dauber. Down there, that just
Dauber.
means to daub, nothing. Here it means, well, you know what it means. You don't need me to tell you.
Can I have some Scottish advice, please, for anyone? What's dauber mean? Go on, he's going to Google it. George is going to Google it. Just before he does, just let you know, number plates. It's an offence to change your number plate where it doesn't meet DVLA regulations, so it's got to be child's right font, 11mm between numbers and letters, and 33mm between prefixes. I'm just reading this off the top of my head. After 2001, it's got to be a SA 145D. Before that, I think it's 145A before 2001. It's got to be on the regulated number plate. It can't be honeycomb. I think it can now be 3D, and you can be stamped like an embossed number plate. And you can cut the white plate, but you can't change the font and type and style. So that's number plate regulations for you. I've still got that in my head as well. It's one of the weird things that I can remember. So go on.
I'm not sure. It's got two meanings here. So it either says it's like a closely connected word to chav.
Right.
Or it can mean, so it says, what is a wee dobber? Scott's word of the day, dobber, meaning any genital-based insult of your choosing.
Scottish people, if you're watching, get back in contact with us. Let us know what dobber means and how bad it is.
This could be a really bad word.
It could be a really bad word. If dobber's a really bad word, I do apologise to anyone in Scotland for saying the word dobber. And I don't want to insult her and anyone using the word dobber. I like that. I haven't seen that before.